Welcome to the Clinton Presidential Center. I'm Stephanie Street, and I serve as the Executive Director of the Bill, Hillary, and Chelsea Clinton Foundation. Thank you all for joining us this evening as we celebrate the grand opening of our newest, extraordinary temporary exhibition, simply entitled Chihuly. I'm very pleased that Mayor Stodla, Judge Buddy Valines, and City Manager Bruce Moore are also here with us this evening. I'd now like to acknowledge some of the people who have made this exhibit and this evening possible. First, I would like to thank and recognize the one and only Dale Chihuly. His fabulous wife, Leslie Chihuly, and the entire team from Chihuly Studio. I'd also like to recognize and thank our presenting sponsors for this evening's wonderful exhibit and reception, Daphne Weaver and Vanessa Weaver. Thank you so much for your support. And a heartfelt thanks to our great friend, Khaki Hockersmith. Khaki, thank you so much for everything you've done to make this evening so beautiful, Khaki. And also a special thank you to the many Clinton Foundation ambassadors, Clinton Foundation members. Because of your support, the Clinton Center will continue to thrive as a premier educational and cultural venue. Thank you so much. And finally, I'd like to acknowledge the amazing staff of the Clinton Foundation, the Clinton Library, and all of our wonderful Clinton Center volunteers. Secretary Clinton, we are so grateful that you could join us this evening. As we all know, Secretary Clinton has a tremendously busy schedule with her work at the Clinton Foundation on our two newest initiatives. No Ceilings, the Full Participation Project, seeks to advance the full participation of women and girls around the world. And recently, Secretary Clinton spoke about our other new initiative, Too Small to Fail, during her keynote address at the 25th anniversary of Home Instruction for Parents of Preschool Youngsters, or HIPPY USA. As Arkansas's First Lady, she brought this wonderful program to our state to help prepare children for long-term success by empowering parents as their first and most important teachers. Like HIPPY, Too Small to Fail helps parents and businesses take meaningful actions to improve the health and well-being of children ages 0 to 5, so that more of America's children are prepared to succeed in the 21st century. And part of preparing children for success is exposing them to art and culture. And we look forward to helping teachers and parents expand children's horizons through our free educational programming that will be offered at the Clinton Center throughout the life of this tremendous exhibit. Secretary Clinton has also just recently finished her next book, Hard Choices, and she is very busy preparing for her most exciting role yet as grandmother. Tonight, we are here to celebrate the work of an incredible American artist. And as First Lady of the United States, Secretary Clinton worked to make the White House a distinctly American showplace, from historically accurate renovations and acquisitions of American art and craft, including that of Dale Chihuly, to performances of jazz and gospel music, and an expanded emphasis on American cuisine. We strive every day to continue that tradition here at the Clinton Center by showcasing the very best of American art and culture. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the podium Secretary Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you all. Oh my goodness. thank you. It is such a treat for me to be here with all of you. I want to thank Stephanie, who has acknowledged so many of the people who make the Presidential Center such an extraordinary site and so welcoming and educational in every sense. But I think we should thank Stephanie Street for her leadership and the extraordinary job that she has done. I also want to echo thanks to the Weavers. Thank you, Daphne and Vanessa. I want to recognize and thank Terry Garner. Thank you, Terry, for your extraordinary leadership as well. I see in the audience the chair of the board of the directors of the Clinton Foundation, Bruce Lindsay. Thank you, Bruce. Skip Rutherford, the dean of the Clinton School of Public Service, and thanks to you, Skip. And as well, I thank our friend Kaki Hockersmith for being an inspiration for this event as well. This is very exciting for me personally because I am a huge fan of Dale Chihuly and grateful that Dale and his extraordinary wife and partner, Leslie, have been giving the world the opportunity to appreciate the art of glass blowing in a way that is almost unimaginable. And for those of you who've had a chance to see this exhibit, you know exactly what I mean. The colors, the vibrancy, the shapes, everything about it is just breathtaking. And I first became aware of Dale Chihuly's work back in 1993. Now, he'd been doing it for a lot longer, so I apologize that I was able to visit his, actually it was a little before that, I was able to visit his workshop during a governor's meeting in Seattle, and I think it was 91. And that's when I first became aware. But by the time we got to the White House in 93, I hoped there would be a way for us to showcase his genius and artistry, and it turned out there was, because President Bush, the first President Bush, had designated 1993 as the year of the American craft. And I wanted to showcase the best of American crafts at the White House. Living in the White House, we were surrounded by 19th century decorative art objects that were the crafts of their day, but we wanted to bring it forward into the present and to celebrate the accomplishment of American artists at that time. We worked hard to do just that by mounting an exhibit of contemporary American crafts, putting 72 magnificent objects on display in the public rooms of the White House. One of the highlights of the White House collection of American crafts was the stunning contribution of that, the cerulean blue maquilla with chartreuse lip wrap. That was the name, by Dale Chihuly. I had never really seen anything like that in the White House, before or since, I think. But it was such a great privilege for us because certainly by then he was already a celebrated American artist and well known as a pioneer in blown glass sculpture. Dale Chihuly began experimenting with melted glass, weaving it into tapestries, then learned the art of glass blowing and lifted it to new and extraordinary heights, boldly pushing boundaries of color, shape, and form. He has since become the maestro of this extraordinary team of artists, designing and overseeing the production of dazzling creations that continue to inspire. We placed another bowl of Dale's, this time in a fabulous cobalt with a green lip, in the second floor corridor of the private quarters in the White House, where Bill and I and our guests could enjoy it every day. And then we got the idea that when you travel to other countries, it's just expected you will exchange gifts. And when you're meeting with the head of state or the head of government, we found they often went to great lengths to find something that represented their country. And so we thought, what about some hand-blown glass pieces by Dale Chihuly? And we started doing that. And most memorably, we had a state visit to Spain in 2000 and presented Queen Sofia with a piece, which she has mentioned to me in the years since. Among the most remarkable pieces of all, though, were the crystal trees of light that Dale designed for the White House Millennium Celebration, and one of which is on permanent display here on the 3rd floor. Now, having enjoyed his work now for several decades, I am thrilled that the Clinton Presidential Center is hosting this original exhibit. And I especially want to thank Leslie because she has been a great partner with Stephanie and the foundation in setting up the circumstances and creating the ambiance for the displays. The exhibit contains both new and early works representing the breadth and scope of Dale's vision over the last 5 decades, including 4 installations designed specifically for the Clinton Presidential Center. And this summer, as Stephanie mentioned, there will be wonderful educational programs for children and families that will be offered free of charge. Now, we are so honored that in the great scheme of things, where Chihuly exhibits are now so sought after around the world, and I think just this year there'll be one in London and one in Ireland, and you know the scope of his work from Boston to San Francisco is just an amazing accomplishment. But the fact that this exhibit will be here as the flagship exhibit for the 10th anniversary celebration of the Clinton Center this November is especially meaningful to us. Dale Chihuly revolutionized the studio glass movement in America and took the glass medium to a whole new level, really from craft to fine art. And his ambitious architectural installations are now found in not only museums, but gardens and other historic sites. He really has influenced the decor. I mean, the chandeliers that he's commissioned to produce are just breathtaking. He's been featured in over 200 museum collections and more than 180 exhibitions since 1967. So it's especially a point of pride that we are adding the Clinton Presidential Center to that long, distinguished list. I hope that if you have had a chance to visit already, you'll spread the word. If you haven't, please do before the evening is out. And particularly, I hope to have a lot of young people come, because this is such inspirational work, and it really does cause you to stop and study it and think about it and wonder how it was created, how it's held together, how it is possible to get that lucid color into that glass. It is just astonishing. So please join me in giving a warm Arkansas welcome to Dale Chihuly and Leslie Jackson Chihuly. And check out Dale's trademark shoes, too.
I have to say, we were so impressed today when we walked through the exhibition with Hillary, because her incredible attention to detail, the curiosity, the way she talked and perused every single aspect of the exhibition, and it was such a heartwarming moment for us to have that time with you. We're very proud of the fact that Dale's work is part of the permanent collection here at the Clinton Library, and we're especially proud to be able to bring this temporary exhibition here in honor of the 10th anniversary of the library. dating back for decades. As you can tell, Hillary has been an incredible fan and advocate, not only for Dale's work, really for many artists. And that is so important in the career of an artist, to have an advocate, to have a supporter, to have someone who really appreciates your work and wants others to see it. And I would hope that much as she goes about the business of her work in an artful way as a leader, that we also, in an artful way, can help others think about the world in a new way, that we can think about this exhibition in terms of imagination, in terms of using new materials, using old materials and old techniques in new ways, and that in our own small way we can help make the world a little bit more kind, a little bit more humane, and a little bit more beautiful. So I hope this exhibition brings a lot of joy to people over the coming months that it's here, and we hope that we'll be able to come back and visit again in November. So Dale, would you like to just say a couple of words with me?
It gives me great pleasure to have an exhibition here, and I hope you enjoy it.
There you go. Thank you.
A man of many words. My name is Terry Garner, and I have the pleasure and the honor to serve as the director of the Clinton Library. Thank you, Dale, Leslie, and Secretary Clinton, for being here today to help us open this fabulous exhibit, Chihuly. Through our partnership with the Clinton Foundation, we strive to bring compelling exhibitions like Chihuly to the center every year. Each one tells a unique story, and each one gives various reasons and many reasons for each of our visitors to return time and time again. We set the bar high, but I have no doubt, none of us have any doubt, that this Chihuly exhibit will pass all expectations. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the exhibit tonight and again and again and again. And make sure you stop by the Chihuly pop-up store. I love that, Chihuly pop-up store, and enjoy the reception. You are the first guests to see this lovely exhibit. It will open to the public tomorrow. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you very much.